In the PSE Tracker this week, the C-Voter team asked respondents, what do you think about the rebellion in the BJP and the impact this may have on the party's poll prospects? This is what respondents had to say. Now look out for two things here. Responses within the BJP and overall responses, right? So 22% of BJP voters think it's a minor issue. 23% say doesn't really impact prospects. 11% says it's a sign of a vibrant democracy. 19% say it's because the party has invited too many defectors. If you look at the overall responses, 24% saying, the biggest number they're saying, it's because the BJP has welcomed too many defectors, which is why there is so much of a rebellion in the BJP. And I want to show you some data which really captures what's at play. So we did a map. If you look at the tickets that have been given, the BJP has rewarded 21 defectors in this first list that's been put out. 7 of those defectors came from the Congress, 7 came from the JJP, 4 came from the INLD, 1 each from the BSP, the JCP and the Akali Dal. But 21 total defectors. Now Rohan Gupta, that's the problem. You've got 21 defectors. It's about 1 in 3 are defectors, and amongst BJP voters and amongst overall voters, that seems to be the peeve, that you're welcoming too many outsiders.
Rahul, if you see your number, you are showing 90%, you are not showing 45% at the top or 50% of the top. Obviously, suppose somebody's supporter or somebody is asking for a ticket and you ask him, he will say this. Its situation is different here, Rahul. See, Rahul, if you see BJP, they have given 27 tickets to the new people. This winnability is the criteria. There are people, obviously, every ticket around 20-30 people have asked for the ticket, so they cannot give a ticket to everybody. They cannot please everybody. But if you see the overall message, 27 new people have been given ticket, 9 women have been given ticket. So there is a proper balancing across the caste line, across the gender, across giving chance to new people. There are many ministers whom they are not given ticket. Obviously, it is a ground feedback. When there is a winnability is the criteria, there might be a situation where you cannot please everybody. There are seats, maybe 2 strong people are there. You cannot please most of them. But Rahul, let me tell you one thing. Even after everything, BJP could declare their list before 2 days. Even when we are sitting and doing this debate, where is the Congress list? It's not there. If the party is so confident, they should have declared their list much earlier. Why they were waiting for BJP's list? Why they are going with Aam Aadmi Party alliance? Why they are going recruiting people who are the accused of the killer of their own leader? So the situation, again I am coming back to the point, Rahul, the situation on ground is completely different than what is being tried to be protected. You have seen Madhya Pradesh election, you have seen Chhattisgarh election, none of the debates were saying that BJP is going to win. But what happened? So here the tempo up, or maybe the culmination of the event, which is going to be in favor of BJP. Congress has upped the ante in media or maybe projection against high command that okay, we are going to win. But the ground level situation is completely different. That is why
Yashwant Deshmukh, I was looking at the list of Dinis who've been given tickets in this election. The BJP is given 8 Dinis tickets. Now, this is a party where the PM speaks so strongly against Parivarvad. Is it an acknowledgement of the current situation in the BJP where they're forced to give people like Rao Narbir Singh, who's the son of a former MLA, Rao Mahavir Singh, a ticket. They've given Shruti Chaudhary a ticket. She's Bansilal's granddaughter. They've given Aarti Singh Rao from Ateli a ticket. She's Rao Inderjeet Singh's daughter. Sunil Sangwan's been given a ticket. Bhavya Bishnoi, who's Bhajan Lal's grandson, and Kuldeep Bishnoi's son, he's been given a ticket. Manmohan Badana has been given a ticket. And Shakti Rani Sharma has been given a ticket from Kalka. So is all of this really, all this talk about Parivarvad, when push comes to shove, sabse pehle apni naav bachao?
Not only Parivarvad, I mean, the big number of not just dinners, but also the turncoats. I mean, basically, people who have been imported from other parties. And if you remember in the MOTN, while we were dissecting the public perception on why BJP did not perform well in the Lok Sabha elections, one of the biggest reasons that the party supporters across country actually counted was the question of imports. Basically, when they said that the cadre was ignored and the people who are coming from other parties were given more importance. So that thing is continuing. I don't know. BJP is known to be a party who learns very quickly, but it doesn't seem like that it's gonna any one direction. And on a lighter note, campaign तो कांग्रेस मुक्त भारत का था, लेकिन वो हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. कांग्रेस युक्त भाजपा जरूर होती जा रही है. That's what the general thing that people have started saying in. So obviously, I mean, we will know. I mean, I understand when you win, everything that you do seems like a master stroke. And when you start losing, all those things come to you. But BJP being a cadre-based party, having an institutionalized place for their own people and the feedback mechanism.
Is this part of the problem, Rohan Gupta, that all this mahal that got built over the last 10 years about Chanakya Niti, about, being 10 foot strong politically, that now when things become tougher, or it's actually a return to the political mean, where it's a more equal contest, which is the way it's been. You've got two forces that duke it out. Sometimes party A wins, sometimes party B wins. But you've built this massive mahal, then when things go wrong, all the Chanakya Niti then goes out of the window.
Rahul, you need to understand one fact, that this is the third term BJP is fighting for. You tell me one Congress government who could repeat their government in last 30 years. You give me one example, Chhattisgarh, which it was said to be clear-cut victory for Congress party. What happened? Madhya Pradesh, all the polls, the pre-poll poll, three months back, they were showing that Congress is forming government. Rajasthan, it was said that government has fulfilled all the promises. Why they are not winning? You are talking about the third term, obviously.
Now that's a good point. That's a good point that Rohan Gupta makes. You need to respond to it, Swati Malik. If you look at Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, the Congress internally and the Congress ecosystem externally was convinced that you were winning in Bhopal and Raipur. You were convinced till 9 a.m. on counting day. It's only after 11 a.m. that the reality struck you कि ये सब TV का, social media का माहौल था. The end result didn't go the way you thought it would.
And Rahul, that's where we learned from. Those results shocked us as well. Because you are right.
What did you learn from Chhattisgarh or Madhya Pradesh?
What we learned is not to create these, not to follow these narratives, but to work hard on the ground. And when Mr. Rohan Gupta, when he talks about, winnability of the candidates, etc., I would just like to remind your viewers, because I'm sure you already remember and you know that Ms. Shruti Chaudhary contested in 2019 from Congress and she lost. But now she has been given a ticket, setting aside the sitting MLA. So where is the winnability? What are they talking about? This is nothing but the whole, the Parivarwad that they've always criticized the Congress for. But now when it comes to themselves and they know whatever, they're trying their best to save whatever little skin they can. So you pointed out, there were 8-9 people they've given those tickets to, and their sitting cabinet ministers have been left out.
I want to do something now. I want to show you a Sankey diagram. What a Sankey diagram does is it captures the flow of quantities. So in this case, leaders from one political party to another. I'll show that to you, and you'll see how the BJP has attracted so many defectors from different parties. So 7 people who were earlier in the Congress have now been given tickets for the BJP, 7 from the JJP, 4 for the INLD, 1 for the BSP, 1 from Akali, 1 from JCP. So the Sankey diagram captures the flow of these leaders into the BJP fold. And I know, Yashwant Deshmukh, that Rohan Gupta, and we'll soon ask Amit Shah this question and others, they will try and put up a brave face. They'll say, nahi, winnability matters, we need to bring the strongest candidate in. If our guy could win, if the polls were showing that, we wouldn't have given these outsiders ticket. But at some level, at some time, the BJP will have to start thinking seriously about it, because they may not say it to the big boys, but internally, this is creating bad blood. People think we work for 5 years, the Karyakarta slogs it out, these outsider Congress, JJP candidates come in, they get the tickets. This is now, even if the top brass doesn't accept it, I'm saying very clearly, this is now an issue within the BJP rank and file.
Absolutely. And, winning matters. I understand that. Jo jeeta wahi Sikandar, and then the things go like that. But the question is that, you put up the missing jigsaw piece of puzzle where you have missing it. Like for in Assam, for 20 years, BJP was party in the waiting kind of thing. That missing piece was Himanta Biswa Sharma, and that fits in. Here the question is that you are just trying to pull out your set pre-positioned pieces and you are putting up and hammering down a foreign piece over there probably. And that's where the discontent is coming in. And it's something which has happened in Lok Sabha election. I mean, we have done analysis, Rahul, brilliant analysis in India today, putting across how many of these turncoats actually did not win, actually. And we have seen how the people have reacted. So let's see. I mean, of course, election is election. Everybody fights to contest, fights to win the election. So if this all fits in for the BJP to get a third term, which arguably I agree with the BJP spokesperson that it's a difficult thing to contest when you are going for the third term. But having said that, we will know on the day of the counting what exactly happens, what goes around. I mean, suppose if suppose BJP loses the election, but all these people who are important, they actually managed to win their seat. Then they will have different analysis. You see, BJP was really on the weak wicket. Their own people could not win, but all these turncoats could win.
No, so it's not, Yashwant, I disagree with you slightly to the extent that it's not only about victory and defeat. It's also about quantum of victory and defeat. If A party wins very big and B loses very badly or vice versa, then it has a signaling impact on Maharashtra, on Jharkhand, and on national politics going forward in the winter session and beyond.
Absolutely.
These elections, I know some people might think, hey, channel wale to aisi bolte because they have to get people excited around elections. The fact is...
but these are important things, Rahul, which you said. And more importantly, I think in a longer term, what BJP probably hasn't looked around is that how much this instant winning, the compulsion of winning and the compromises that the party has made for winning an election has diluted that party with a different kind of brand.
Oh, sure.
I think at some point of time, this has to come in their agenda somewhere in their
most certainly.
That what has happened to them.
There's a lot to think about, which obviously Rohan Gupta and the others won't accept on TV, but behind the scenes, those are issues that need to be looked at very carefully. For the moment, it seems it's the Congress that's playing the cards, and the BJP now will have to react and respond and somehow try and seize the narrative and push the Congress on the political matter.